Honestly, I don't think I'm going to buy a brand new Ubisoft game. Okay, personally, yes, I don't buy Ubisoft or brand new Ubisoft games. But you know what? I'm not going to buy any Ubisoft games at all because you know what? Personally, if I don't even own my own games, I can't just put a physical disc of whatever, even though as a gamer, as a customer, I would have the right to do so. Why should I have to blindly sign up for all these paid subscriptions when there's no guarantee the physical media? I'm looking at my Xbox One collection right now, and if I can't even have a way to play those games just because they're too old by Ubisoft standards, then honestly, that just only encourage piracy because there's no official way to play it. You're forced to hope that by the end of the console generation that they add a game to the service. And honestly, at this point, I I just don't see an ethical way for me personally to support Ubisoft at all. I mean, you guys could do whatever you want. It's a free country, and no company, no person should ever tell you how to spend your money, especially when you're a gamer. You should not have to buy a woke game without your consent. You don't have to sign up for a subscription service without your consent. You don't have to literally you submit to Ubisoft. I mean, honestly, I might never ever buy a modern Ubisoft game firsthand. I don't think I ever bought a current. I don't even know. I think I got the most recent would be Far Cry 6, but it was on sale or something. But I'm I just don't think um I think unless Ubisoft is willing to change its ways and stop forcing in games to die, because keep in mind video games are not a service, it's a product. And yes, some people want to have physical, tangible things when they buy something because, oh yeah, they know they have it. And you know what? Years down the road, say I buy Far Cry 9, say I buy Far Cry 9 or Assassin's Creed, insert whatever or gimmick, and I decide, you know what, this game is either bad or I don't see myself playing this right away in the immediate future. So, you know what? I'm going to sell it. If I change my mind, I could always buy it again. Because it's the consumer's right to sell what legally belongs to them. Now, I'm not saying, oh, we own the games, we own that copy of the game. I'm saying that a physical thing should be allowed to be resold. A video game should be allowed to be sold by the consumer to literally help out a friend, or if a gamer such as myself fall on bad times or need a bit of extra cash to get through the rest of the month. Yeah, I talk from the perspective of the low income gamer because I think hardly anyone talks about, especially on YouTube, about the gamers who have like barely even a penny to their name, or barely even an $100 to their name, but they have inherited a PlayStation or Xbox or a Switch from a loved one, or even a um gaming PC. I mean, yes, as families is have to have a tight budget, but gaming, especially for a low income family, I just don't see how really gaming is a benefit anymore. I mean, retro gaming's kind of somewhat affordable, but I don't know. But modern gaming is no longer trying to allow the average Joe who barely has anything to do anymore. Because let's face it, the average Joe is not going out on the date. They're not going trying to be a husband or a father anymore, because we pretty much can't in every step of the way. But if we do, we want to have like a have either a bonding moment with our kids or our girlfriends, wives, etc. Or we just need something for our personal peace. And I hate to say it, but modern gaming, it just coming off to bourgeoisie or whatever, or fancy smancy. Oh, if you're not uh someone who could drop what, 450 on a Switch, 500 for the new Mario kart game, or pay you what, 500 something when the uh Xbox Series X and PS5 launch. We're pretty much screwed. That's why a lot of game or I think a lot of gamers are still holding on to the previous generation, because the games are not there. I haven't seen one game that truly justified the $70 price tag, and now we're at $80. $80. How did we get there? And I don't want to hear, well, it's people pirating video games. No, we didn't get there because of pirates. We got there because, oh yeah, companies think, oh, well, we should kick out the families, and we should try to only sell to the basement dwelling in fanboys. I'm sorry. I don't mean to come off this rude, but there are there are fanboys who literally live, breathe, eat, and crap out content supporting companies like Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, Valve. And I said things that makes me look like a shilf, and I'm not afraid to admit that. And I probably will always end up shilling for something that I personally like. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with liking something, but when you like something so much, you're willing to say, yes, big daddy company, screw me over. That's a problem. That's a problem. I mean, I'm thinking about selling my Super Nintendo, and you know what? That's my prerogative. I mean, I'm sure in some way it makes sense to hold on to it, but I'd rather see someone us brain fart. I'd rather see someone have some use of it, because right now it's sitting there, and I, personally, I just don't think I'm going to use it. And I know I might regret it in the future because I'm sure the price of the Super Nintendo will go up. But I'm in a position where I need it to just, I don't know. I sell stuff that I buy because that's my right as a person, as not only a US citizen, but a human being. If I don't want anything anymore, I have the right to sell it. Okay, I understand with digital games, you kind of can't sell it back to the publisher, but when it comes to like a physical cartridge, like Star Fox here, okay, I have a right to sell that to GameStop. And yes, I know people don't like GameStop. I don't like their policies either, but it's either I put up with that, get cash now, or take my chances meeting someone on Facebook Marketplace. And honestly, cash now to me sounds way better than waiting to meet someone on Facebook. That's my personal prerogative, but I understand that's not for everybody. But I just think as consumers, we should have the right to choose. I mean, I choose to have both physical media and game services. Let's see. Even though, as of the time of filming, Microsoft and Activision Blizzard has Call of Duty World War II on Game Pass, I still have a physical disc. Do I have it on the system? No. But I have that copy because I want to have that copy. And if I decide, you know what, I don't care, I'll sell it, I should have the right to say, I want to sell this copy, give it to someone else who could enjoy the game the way I can't. It should not be this difficult to sell something. Imagine, I don't know why I don't know, maybe this will just be the thumbnail just to get people to click on the video or something. I don't know. I mean, imagine I live in, or not only me, but if we all live in a world where I cannot sell a VHS copy of Barbie in the Nutcracker. I don't know why this is my example for this video. I don't know. Imagine you get told by a company like Mattel, oh, well, you have to watch that copy, and when you're done, you have to break it. I'm sorry, but that just almost guarantees someone will pirate your product. And I'm not encouraging piracy, I'm just pointing out the likelihood of piracy goes up when you take away official options and you take away the consumer's right to decide, do I want to own this? Do I not want to own this? I mean, I know we're heading in possibly dangerously close to a all digital future, which is something I hate, but I think as the consumer, we have a right to be able to buy our games without having to check some stupid internet connection just to play it. Go back to making on disc or on cartridge DRM. I think we could all agree with that, right? As long as it doesn't punish like legitimate players, because honestly, all I see is punishment for legitimate at the players. Like, I think more than ever before, we're being punished because we own our or we buy our games. And here's the thing. Companies want to say, oh, well, you're not buying our games. You're not giving us money for our games. Okay, guess what? $70, $80? Okay, that's generous. That people are willing to sell their integrity that much to play that game day one and not wait for the games to come down on sale. Now, I might sell my integrity to Nintendo if I had the money, but with how pathetic the Switch 2 lineup was, I second guess my ogling of the Switch 2. And yes, I do use that word to describe it. But I'm perfectly content with the Switch 1, and I don't think I'm a pirate just for wanting to play all the games I have downloaded because I purchased them from the Switch 1 eShop. Right now, I'm playing Spyro the Reignited Trilogy for the Nintendo Switch 1. Imagine if I tried to transfer that and all of a sudden Nintendo calls me a pirate just for transferring my transferring my data to the Switch 2 because I didn't buy it through the Switch 2 eShop. That would be unethical. And this is why things like stop killing games is important. But unfortunately, I don't live in the UK. I'm hoping that stop killing games have a US petition, cuz I think the Trump administration would support the Stop Killing Games initiative. Could I be wrong? Possibly. But it couldn't hurt to try. I don't I'm iffy on my own senators, but maybe I should try to reach out to. I think Tammy Duckworth and Dick Durbin. Those are my senators. So I have to reach out to one of them or both to see if they could introduce protection for video game rights or video game owners' rights for us to sell our physical single player games. And if someone has the courage and the tech know how to keep a server running for a game that people want to play, then we should be allowed to do it. I believe that's our right as the consumer to have the choice to play that game. You know, I'm especially when official support is no more, like with the crew or Club Penguin. There's no official Club Penguin anymore. So if someone had the ability to make a fan server where you don't have to pay anything, where you don't have to give out your personal information, and you could just play as a character in that game, even if we have to start from scratch, I think people will do it because you know what? The game is worth playing. Honestly, I don't know what to say. That hasn't been said before has or probably has not yet been said, but I'm hoping that in this little ramble that we start thinking seriously about preserving games, and we're literally not asking in companies to uphold the servers forever. We're not expecting, I think no consumer is expecting Splatoon 2 servers to be up forever. I don't even think Splatoon 1 servers are up officially. I just think that if we want to play those games, we should be allowed to do so. And if we have a physical copy of our games, we should be able to go like, hey, you want this game? Here. Why, thank you, good sir. Just like in that PS4 or introduction video. Like, this is how you share games on the PS4. Man, I miss those days. I mean, why is it so controversial for people to own their own games? I just don't see how it's a crime. And guess what? I bought multiple copies of the same game, just most common reason for shits and giggles, so I could have multiple copies. I literally bought the complete saga on the 360, Steam, the original Lego Star Wars games for the GameCube, for the Xbox. Yes, I sold those copies because I had to, or because it was my prerogative to sell that physical copy because I wanted to downsize as my gaming collection. You know, it's my right as a consumer to sell that game. it should not be the end of the world to a gaming company that people sell games secondhand. It's not a crime. Game own game ownership should not be a crime. It's not against the law. I mean, if game ownership is against the law pretty much, then how can in companies like Nintendo or EA or Sony enforce literally enforce any copyright if no one actually owns their games or owns the game? Okay, that's a little complicated, but I hope my overall message gets through that gamers have a right to buy, sell, or even preserve games that they purchase. I mean, otherwise, you might have things like this on every street corner. And you know what? We might go down that road if companies keep trying to take away our basic consumer rights. I don't I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything there is to know, but I just know that I should be allowed to, again, using this as an example, I should be able to say, "Hey, you want to buy this Barbie VHS tape? Here you go." And then the guy go like, "Yeah, you know what? This would be perfect for my daughter. Here, here's a couple bucks." Now he owns Barbie as the VHS tape. I don't know. I mean, imagine and losing the ability to sell anything you're tired of. Okay, it's not it's not illegal to sell physical products because you don't want to use that product anymore. I mean, I could go sell my whole VHS collection if I wanted to because I just woke up and just hated everything or not. Anyways, I know I've been ranting for like 28 minutes now. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this rant all the way through. If you had, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, give me a thumbs down. And if you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down. If you like this video, also give me a thumbs up. Is that confusing? I think it is. So let me make things less confusing and say thank you, Hare Krishna, and God bless you. I'll see you in the next video, and maybe I should type a letter to my Congress peoples, and I don't know. Will they read it? Will they listen? Probably not, but I don't know how to write a letter to a congressperson, but I guess it's worth looking into because I think everyone's tried the unofficial way. I think it's about time we tried the official way through the official channels. And who knows? Maybe we might get lucky and either Tammy or right, Dick. I'm sorry, the way I just said it. Um, I don't Dick Durbin or Tammy Duckworth. Maybe they could just hear or plead through the email or the letter or whatever. I mean, please do not harass people because harassment is not going to accomplish anything. I mean, just look at First Amendment auditors. They go loud, they come out aggressive, and they end up getting into yelling matches, which doesn't help anything. It makes people want to communicate less. So I know it's going to be difficult, but if you reach out to your Congress people, your senators, your House of Representatives, please do it respectfully because at the end of the day, like them, hate them, they're still human beings. Hare Krishna.